the story of life in this game we play. When it's your time, you maximize it.
He is the elite of the elite, one of the greatest mixed martial arts fighters of all time.
Israel Adesanya is an incredible fighter, one of the best to ever do it, but his fire is dimming, if not out.
I've got a new enemy.
South Africa's Dricus Du Plessis announced his intentions on arrival in the UFC.
Oh, he goes down!
Want to be the first real African champ, trained, born, bred in Africa.
Setting him and Adesanya on a collision course.
Damn, my African brother.
I'm African, but I ain't no brother of yours, son.
I will show you where you're from.
The stakes were raised when Du Plessis broke through to become the Rainbow Nation's first UFC champion.
This is history. Thank you, South Africa. Let's go.
Lining up to get a shot at the new champ.
Israel Adesanya, get your ass back in the UFC so we can settle the score.
This is UFC 305.
And I always said I'm the champ before I even go to the belt. Once I go into the UFC, I was like, I feel like I'm the guy.
Israel Adesanya, he arrives at the UFC debut here tonight.
He's used to finishing guys, and he's used to finishing them early.
The last style bender has arrived.
Middleweights, I'm the new dog in the yard. This is a fantastic young fighter with confidence to match. My first main event, it's only my third fight. I'm just getting warmed up.
He is one of the highest level kickboxers you're ever gonna see.
Oh, big left and a right. Now the uppercut in the knee. Brunson is down.
Oh, he tags him again.
Another knockdown.
Wow.
Israel Adesanya.
I don't throw and hope. I aim and fire. Down the barrel.
Oh my goodness.
Knockdown for Adesanya now.
I feel like I'm the king, and I actualized it, made it happen.
Whitaker nearly out on his feet. Adesanya trying to close it out.
It's over.
Israel
It's over.
Adesanya is the undisputed king of the middleweights.
What a performance by the last outbender. It's my Octagon.
Less than 2 years into his UFC career, Israel Adesanya is what he knew and thought he was, the best middleweight on planet Earth.
Dricus Du Plessis.
Du Plessis' MMA pursuits saw him quickly become a household name on the regional scene.
Naturally, he is so gifted, raw, strong, and just so hungry.
Middleweight champ in South Africa who's a legit fight finisher and a welcomed addition to the middleweight roster.
A lot of people are excited to see how he contends now he's in the UFC.
That's it! What a debut!
Being in the UFC was the downfall of many, many fighters, I believe. So many fighters want to make it to the UFC, and once they do,
Huge right hand!
they almost lose that passion because they've made it. That's never been mine.
South Africa is officially on the map now.
Being a champion, I have to do it. I have to be a champion to be able to be considered as one of the greatest.
Every single strike that he's thrown tonight with 100% power.
Just like that, Dricus Du Plessis, 4-0 in the UFC and coming to the top 10 next week.
That's South Africa for you, baby.
And these Du Plessis fights always got a little crazy in them.
So that has been my goal from the first day in the UFC, is to be champion and ultimately be the greatest fighter of all time.
I want to whoop his ass so bad, because you got to choose your words wisely when you speak on people that have come before you, people that paved the way for you. You want to try and be a big boy. You want to bamba. You want to G with the big boys. I will gladly drag his carcass across South Africa.
He got triggered, I don't really care. I don't care if he's angry about it. We'll settle it.
I wanted to be there because this guy's already been talking some so I want to give him a lick.
All right, guys, let's do it.
I expected him to win. I was one of the only ones.
Here's the middleweight contender out of South Africa, Dricus Du Plessis, in a fight with massive championship implications. UFC middleweight champ Israel Adesanya, he is likely the most interested observer watching Octagon side tonight.
All credit to my coach for that fight. There's very, very few holes in the game of Robert Whitaker. Fighting southpaws, he beat all of them, but he got caught a few times coming in. And we went through the videos and it showed me every time he saw it.
Good combination by Du Plessis.
And my coach came to me and says, okay, we're gonna fight southpaw.
Ooh.
And he was right.
Special, Dricus! Special!
Southpaw.
Beautiful jab by Du Plessis from the southpaw.
The game plan worked out perfect.
Oh, he stunned him. He stunned him bad.
He's hurt bad.
Whitaker's in a world of trouble.
Once I caught him with that jab and he went down, it almost felt like the whole world disappeared.
Oh!
It felt like an out-of-body experience for me. And I saw him going down. I saw his eyes roll back of his head. I just knew that this is it.
Whitaker covers up. Do you believe it? Dricus Du Plessis calls his shot and stops Robert Whitaker inside 10 minutes.
What a performance by Dricus Du Plessis. Look at Izzy.
The champ is just staring him down. And he's got a style that might just be unorthodox enough to give the middleweight champion a lot of issues.
I wanted to make a point.
You want to go in?
Grab my work. Come on, man. Come on, man.
I'll do it.
Because I'm like, oh yeah, you really want to test my gangster? So I was like, I bet. Let me show you who you are.
This is my African brother right here. Let's go. What's up, bitch? Let's go. Yeah.
He was so angry, he was almost throwing a tantrum.
Middleweight great Israel Adesanya's shocking loss at UFC 293 saw a new king sit on the 185-pound throne.
Sean Strickland is heading back to the United States of America as the undisputed middleweight champion of the world.
After healing from a foot injury, top contender Dricus Du Plessis was positioned for his first shot at UFC Gold.
Well, you think Dricus Du Plessis looks nervous for his first shot at the UFC world title? I would suggest not. What a moment for the entire nation of South Africa.
Dricus Du Plessis is the man that represents an entire nation. This belt, if he wins it, is for all of South Africa.
The goal will always stay the same, to be the greatest MMA fighter the world's ever seen. And being UFC champion is a part of that.
Dricus Du Plessis trying to change his life and change the world by winning the UFC championship tonight. Sean Strickland, he is a big game player on the biggest of stages. First title defense beckons tonight.
It's one of the most contested fights for a championship where you just don't know how good these guys really are yet.
Sean Strickland is the hunted and trying to successfully defend and produce his 16th win.
We came out first round. I knew they were going to go, Dricus doesn't have a gas tank. Dricus can't go 5 rounds. The first 2 rounds, he's going to come out hard and then we take the fight.
Nice kick to the body there by the champ.
He started landing the jab, but I thought, I'm just going to walk through this. It's fine.
Strickland pumping out that jab early.
That jab is just eating him up, man.
And then my eyes started swelling up. I didn't take that in consideration.
Big welt underneath the right eye of Du Plessis.
And I started seeing my eye. In the first round, I thought, okay, this is not good.
Big right late in the round from Strickland.
Hij vat te veel op ons. Het gaat rond en rond, hè. Dus dat wil... Yes. Maar vloei. Vloei niet. Kijk, is alles ik wil is vloei.
In the second round, I was going forward the whole time.
That was nice.
Spinning back fist lands.
You gotta hit Strickland with something different.
Body shots are both there.
It's getting closer and closer.
That was a much better round by Du Plessis in round 2.
And then from the third round, I felt great. I started putting foot on the gas and I went for it.
Du Plessis constantly throwing different speed and tempo and direction with his strikes.
After the third round, I told my coach, this is the first time I've come to a 4th round. This is amazing and I feel great.
We have arrived at the championship round. Du Plessis certainly would appear to have a lot of energy. Wow! Strickland really leaking now. Look at that left eye.
He has made adjustments that has allowed him to possibly be up 3-1.
I was the aggressor in that fight. I was 100% sure I won that fight.
Well, the forecast was for a war, and that is what they got. And Dricus Du Plessis go the full 25 minutes. And... undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Dricus still known Du Plessis.
Making the history, and I always said I was going to do it.
The new middleweight champion of the world, Dricus Du Plessis.
I made that promise to myself. And I made that promise to my country, to every single South African.
This is history. South Africa, no weer.
And to deliver on that promise is very, very special.
What motivates me now is
6.
beating people who are elite fighters, beating them, taking their name, taking their heads off.
Double jab forward, but take your time in between, yeah?
And what I'm getting now is just history, bits of the story, the fighting, the legendary clashes. That's what I want.
Bad intentions. One more. Rest.
I don't like Israel Adesanya personally, but that's irrelevant. Now, this is business. This fight for me is about me and proving that I'm the greatest fighter in the world. There's only one massive advantage, the only one needed to win this fight. And that's, I have a heart of a lion. I have a fire burning in me, where his fire is dimming, if not out. I have a fire in me that he's gonna feel come fight night.
What a moment for the entire nation of South Africa, and it all comes down to this guy tonight, Dricus Du Plessis.
But Israel Adesanya is one of the greatest champions the UFC has ever seen.
And remember, just flow, have fun.
Beating Dricus is more important to me than getting the belt back. I beat him, he still keeps his belt in his house, above his fireplace, whatever.
Kill.
Doesn't make any difference to me. It's about beating Dricus, South Africa's finest. Go in there, make it look easy.
Every time somebody steps up, Izzy is more than willing to put them back in their place. Oh!
I'll show him who he is. I'll remind him who he is.
This man as a fighter is greatness personified.
He started this, I'll finish it.